It's the Ford Performance Season launch here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're talking about products like Mustang, Bronco, and Raptor, but also racing, which has become a big part of the Ford brand. Joining me now is Ford CEO Jim Farley and also Racer-in-Chief Jim Farley. Jim, thanks for joining us and inviting us to Charlotte. Before we get into the fun stuff, I do want to talk to you about some of the timelier issues, the newsier issues of the day. We know that a new administration is in place, the new Trump White House. They're talking about some trade policy issues, maybe even tariffs for products in Mexico and Canada and things like that. What's your sort of take on that, and is Ford game planning for that?
Well, we think this will play out over the next couple months. And Ford has the largest U.S. manufacturing footprint. And so we're really encouraged about the administration's positive outlook on the auto industry and the impact on our overall economy. And we're really looking forward to working with them in a positive way so that we can get better outcomes to employ more people in the U.S.
We're hearing those engines roaring, kind of like the U.S. economy these days, doing pretty well.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about, Bill Ford talked about Trump and said that he has learned a lot since the first time in office to now about the auto industry in particular. Mm-hmm. Is that sort of your general take as well?
Well, I think we think there's a couple of policy areas that the administration is going to zoom in on because they're really important for our country. CO2 policy, the IRA credit, and as you mentioned, tariffs. All of them will have a tremendous impact on our industry. Ford's really well positioned in that regard. We have such a huge U.S. footprint, and we committed to the U.S. while many of our competitors built trucks overseas. We don't. We build 100% of our F-Series here in the U.S. So we're looking forward to working with President Trump and his administration. We have a lot to do, but we want to build a stronger economy and a stronger auto industry.
So what just drove right past us was this super truck, this Ford EV pickup that went up Pikes Peak. It's a demonstrator, as you call it.
Yeah.
Jim, you've been driving this around today.
Yeah.
I got a ride in today. It was kind of insane. You mentioned the IRA tax credits and EVs. Yeah. What's sort of your outlook there for EVs? Just not just for Ford, but just the industry in particular.
Well, in the U.S., we're about 8% pure EVs and another double digit for hybrids. We expect hybrids to continue to grow. It's been a great story for us. We're up on electric and hybrid and plug-in, more than 30% year over year. So we're way over 300,000 units now. The EV market is we believe, for customers who have a duty cycle that matches an EV, which is mostly around town, not long distance. And we learned a lot going before everyone else. We've been number 2 to Tesla for 3 years now, and we learned a lot from those customers. And we think that the pure EV industry is going to start to circle in on the duty cycle that makes most sense for that customer, where frankly it's cheaper to operate the vehicles in electric than a combustion. But for longer trips, heavier vehicles, like more than 100 kilowatt hour battery, we think that we'll see hybrid E-revs come in, plug-ins, and then for the certain duty cycles like Super Duty, we really believe that's very difficult to electrify.
Right, and that's why we're focusing on smaller to mid-sized cars for the next generation of Ford EVs.
It is, yeah.
And how has that process been going?
Well, we're deep into it. We're just a couple years away from launching our second cycle of products. We're excited for everyone to see them. We have a really exciting platform that our team in California has developed. We're now doing all the industrialization. We quoted 50% of the parts. We're retooling the factory soon, and that whole new lineup of commercial and small affordable EVs will be coming out from Ford in a couple years, but we won't lose that swagger and that fun and that enthusiast bent that makes us different as a company.
Let's talk performance, right?
Sure.
Even with EVs, you have the Mustang Mach-E Rally. You got the Rally, which is a really fun and interesting car. But out here, it's Mustang, it's Bronco, it's Raptor. What is the importance of these brands, these halo products, to the Ford brand itself? Well,
first of all, it's huge business. I mean, our off-road business alone is a huge percentage of our global profit, and it's growing fast. People really love not just off-road products, but enthusiast off-road products like Raptor. So these brands, this business is a vital part of our revenue, our profit, but also our brand image. And that's really important. We really believe that Ford, when it's at its best, is a great commercial brand and a great enthusiast product brand. And that could be a pickup truck, it could be a van, it could be anything, electric, partially electric. We think that's where our brand should be.